Back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. The project this week is going to be a cherry platter. I picked up this piece of 12 by 12 cherry piece of lumber at my local hardwood supplier. I hadn't turned any cherry in quite some time, so I was excited to get my hands on some of this. And it was already dry, so that was a bonus. Using the bandsaw to get it into a mostly circular shape. I don't have a circle jig, and I know I should probably make one. I'm sure they're easy to make, but I just haven't. Let me know down in the comments if you either made one or purchased one, or what you do to get your blanks in round. Going to be using a faceplate. I've kind of converted from a woodworm screw to a faceplate. If you've watched the channel for a while, you've probably noticed I've kind of converted to mostly all faceplate work. I found that it's more secure. When I was beginning, I went with the woodworm screw because it's what I knew. I didn't have a lot of faceplates, but definitely like using the faceplate. Starting off with the Carter & Son bowl gouge. This is the 3/4 inch bowl gouge. So a quick story. A few weeks ago, a viewer commented on a video and said they unsubscribed because they felt like the whole video was a sales ad. And I just wanted to clarify that I try to share links that will save viewers money. Some of them might be affiliate links, but I'm not selling anything that I don't actually use or believe in. I like to share links that are useful, that are worthwhile, and that will save viewers money. That's it. No one over here is getting rich on YouTube. I wish that were the case. It's not. Now that it is into round, I'm going to be working on the bottom and the foot. Still with the Carter & Son 3/4 inch bowl gouge here. If you watch the channel at all, you know that I most always use Carter & Son tools, and I am not affiliated with them in any way. I just really love their tools. So I always leave a link to everything I use in the video description. What I'm doing here with the marker is marking where the mortise and the foot are going to be. Using the skew chisel here to start the area of the mortise. I like to make the mortise a little bit deeper than it's supposed to be, or than that is necessary, because when I turn the foot, I always generally end up turning a little bit or sanding at least some of it off so the mortise gets smaller. So instead of having to go back and do it, I just do it from the beginning. So the marker here is marking on the right hand side of where I marked where I'm putting the tool now. That's where the bulk of the material is going to be removed. From there down to just outside of the foot. And you'll see what I mean as we keep going here. I stop to check frequently to check how the bowl gouge is cutting, if the speed of the lathe is okay. And you see me moving my hand there, because the shavings coming off this are hot and you kind of hurt when they hit your hand. When I first started wood turning several years ago, I did wear a glove, and it really is a safety issue, so I don't wear one anymore. If I have to wear one, I wear one of those, like a nitrile exam glove. That way if it gets caught in anything, it will just rip off. It won't bring your hand or arm into anything. At least as far as I know. So the official recommendation here, safety tip, is don't wear a glove. I try not to. Hey, a new feature on this channel is I now have the option of memberships. If you look at the YouTube page, you'll see a rectangle that says join. To find out more, click that and see what you think. Sanding and sanding and sanding, starting at 80 grit, and I go all the way to 320 grit on this piece. I'm not sure I had it in when I did my shock tour video, but you can't see it in this view, in this camera shot, but behind my lathe I have a Rockler dust collector, the 750, and so when I sand, you can see that dust is all being blown back there. That's what that is. This is 600 grit sandpaper that I'm using to denib it after the sanding sealer had dried. And then on to the Axe abrasive paste. I do have a coupon code for Axe. If you want to save some money, check the video description and you can save 15%. And my favorite part, the Axe polishing paste. It makes it look wicked good. If you're new here, yes, I'm from Maine, I say wicked. And probably other things you probably can't understand, the way I pronounce things. Let me know a specific word to your state or region down in the comments and learn a little about each state. Wicked is definitely one for Maine. Another one is pronouncing car with the H on the end. Instead of car, it's ka. Many, many more. I'll leave you with that though. Share yours down below. So I reversed it here in the 4-jaw chuck, and I'm going to be starting the rim and the hollowing process. As sometimes can happen, the lathe wasn't going very fast here because it had come out of round, not round, but it was out of balance, out of true a little bit here. So I kept stopping. I adjusted it a couple of times, probably off camera. And I was able to get it mostly balanced up, but it wasn't as good as I hoped it would be as far as balance, but got through it and no major issues. At this point, I always think it looks like a vinyl record. So when we started with this blank, it was 2.5 inches thick. So while this is, going to have a wide rim and be a platter, it's not going to be a real shallow platter. It's going to have a little depth to it, which is nice. So a couple of announcements for the channel. I've already announced that I'm teaching a course at Teachable.com about how to get started in wood turning. And I've already had some sign up, so thank you to everyone who has enrolled. There's still time to enroll and get the early bird special, so check it out. The link will be in the description. Additionally, I have recently launched a merchandise line. You can check it out in the video description, and there should be a link that says merchandise. So normal stuff: t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, magnets, stickers, travel mugs. Something fun if you're looking for something fun to wear for PF Woodturning. So just like the outside, sanding from 80 grit to 320 grit. And denatured alcohol to clean it before applying the sanding sealer. I get some questions sometimes about the sandpaper I use, and it usually has a purple front, and I don't know how often I show the back. Well, I think I do, but it's 3M sandpaper, and you can get it at either Rockler or Home Depot. That I have found it most readily available. I will leave a link in the video description. It's the best sandpaper I have found for general use of this type of thing.